The INASLA Student Awards program was created to recognize academic excellence and outstanding examples of landscape architecture by landscape architecture students. These awards honor works that represent the academic forefront of the profession of landscape architecture and embody high levels of creativity and imagination. The Executive Committee of INASLA assembles a jury to review the student awards. It is important that we recognize their work here today, not only to honor their achievements, but to demonstrate to our professional members the caliber of work being produced by future professionals. The ASLA Student Design Awards program includes 3 levels of recognition: merit, honor, and award of excellence, recognizing increasing proficiency and achievement in landscape architectural design and planning. Join us in celebrating the 2019 INASLA Student Design Award winners. Pitcher, Oklahoma, once a 20th century boomtown that produced most of the lead and zinc for the country, has now become too toxic to inhabit. Mountainous mounds of leftover mining materials called chat remain as memorials to an industry that fueled our modern world. In an age defined by an epoch that is changing the earth at an unprecedented scale, we need to engage these new conditions and tell stories that reveal new understandings of our evolving environment. This project explores the creative potentials when we adopt design approaches that accept the messy whole and embrace the beauty of the Anthropocene, connections of infrastructure, culture, and ecology. Using the site as a museum that harnesses the desirable and undesirable aspects of Pitcher's history reinterprets the human and non-human experience. The museum is based on a phased remediation framework that gradually narrates the site's stories. By analyzing and exposing the ongoing relationships and conflicting histories embedded within the landscape, the museum creates unique programmatic experiences and architectural typologies that cultivate new interpretations about our modern world. Congratulations to Madeline Clark of Ball State University on a merit award in the category of Planning and Analysis for a Museum for the Unwanted, exploring the potential of the Anthropocene. Located on the American Legion Mall, Trinity Park educates the public about the end of World War II. It looks at Operation Downfall, a proposed invasion of Japan estimated by historians and military strategists today to have resulted in the loss of half of the Allied forces had it been authorized. The sinking of the Indianapolis is still the single largest loss of lives in naval history, and the atomic bombs killed thousands, paving a way for the nuclear arms race. Using his passion for history and design skills, Tanner created a park introducing a sobering reality to the end of World War II. There is more to the story than an Allied victory. Trinity Park may not look like traditional memorials, but that is because a traditional memorial could not express the emotions of the time. Trinity Park is rich and intriguing, enveloping tales of survival, ambition, ignorance, secrecy, and war. The events around the USS Indianapolis, Operation Downfall, and the Trinity Project need to be told. Therein lies a curious, and often overlooked, element of landscape architecture, its role as a historian and storyteller, and Trinity Park attempts to express those roles to visitors. Congratulations to Tanner Pruitt of Ball State University on a merit award in the category of Design Works for Trinity Park. The resilient and gritty spirit of Buffalo is nowhere more evident than in the First Ward neighborhood, where its grain elevators, railroads, ports, and the Buffalonian has struggled and thrived over the course of the past century. As one of the oldest and most important neighborhoods in the city, the community of First Ward neighborhood is seeking ideas for a multi-use trail and linear park. The proposed design expands upon the concept of the linear green corridor by incorporating the identity and history of the area into an open neighborhood network with a dynamic landscape focal area as the central node. Congratulations to Pinyoung Chen of Purdue University on an honor award in the category of Design Works for Buffalo Catalyst, a vision for bridging the gaps in the historic First Ward neighborhood. Corridor plans for Cicero, Little Cicero, and Hinkle Creek will outline areas for wetland restoration, tree canopy conservation and enhancement, and recreational trail development. Cicero, Little Cicero, and Hinkle Creek run through Tipton County and flow into the Morse Reservoir in northern Hamilton County, Indiana. The creeks are bordered by a residential private property and farmland. Runoff from farmland and sediment erosion are the leading agents reducing water quality in Indiana. Conservation corridors along the creeks would provide wildlife connections to the core forest habitat in southern Indiana, as well as enhance recreational opportunities for nearby towns like Arcadia, Cicero, Atlanta, and Tipton. The creek corridors were analyzed to determine how planning for future natural resource conservation could increase water quality, habitat viability, and local recreation. Current tree canopy and historic wetland areas were mapped to help identify areas for conservation and restoration along each creek. Geographic Information System Mapping Technology, GIS, was used to complete an overlay analysis of the natural resources for each creek. County land parcel layers identified current uses, residential and agricultural, along each creek and how those uses can evolve to enhance water quality, corridor habitat, and green recreation. The resulting creek corridor plan reveals that nearby towns will benefit economically and socially from the implementation of green trails promoting recreation and education around local natural resources. Increased water quality, habitat viability, flood and runoff mitigation will result from improved vegetative cover and wetland restoration along each of these 3 creeks. Congratulations to Michelle Lockhart of Purdue University on an honor award in the category of Planning and Analysis for the Creek Corridor Study, Reclaiming Habitat and Recreation along Cicero, Little Cicero, and Hinkle Creek. As a campus tour guide at Purdue University, Tucker Rose was often asked by families what there was to do in West Lafayette. The answers he provided were of quality activities, but they didn't always compare to the other cities where prospective students were considering taking up residency. He realized a gap in the system. The Wabash River in West Lafayette is often forgotten because there is no connection between the community and its natural asset of the river. Through stakeholder interviews, site visits, historical research, and GIS analysis, a master plan for a vibrant addition to the West Lafayette community along the Wabash River unfolded. The Wabash Nature and Education Center seeks to connect the community of West Lafayette to the Wabash River through the goals of increased recreation and education, flood mitigation, and habitat revitalization. The Wabash River is currently prone to flooding often and lacks diverse, vibrant wildlife habitat, yet it has great potential for conceptual and physical connections to the larger community. The project addresses where connections to existing trail systems, parks, and streets could be implemented, as well as procedures to address flooding and water quality concerns. Proposed site interventions will result in a more vibrant community socially, ecologically, and economically. There will be opportunities for recreation within walking distance of a densely populated area of young people that does not currently have walkable recreation. Endangered species will find reintroduced habitats in which to thrive, and the combination of recreational opportunities and a visually pleasing waterfront will attract intellectual capital and businesses, boosting the local economy. Overall, the project will become an integral part of the sense of place and community of choice for West Lafayette. Congratulations to Tucker Rose of Purdue University on an Award of Excellence in the category of Planning and Analysis for the Wabash Nature and Education Center. The INASLA Professional Awards Program was created to recognize professional excellence and outstanding examples of landscape architecture by members of INASLA. These awards honor works that represent the forefront of the profession of landscape architecture and embody high levels of creativity and imagination. The The 2019 Annual Professional Design Awards are presented and facilitated by the Annual Awards Committee of INASLA. The awards program is open to any individual, firm, agency, or institution for both projects in Indiana as well as projects located outside of Indiana, provided there was principal involvement by a member or members in good standing of the Indiana chapter of ASLA. The 2019 submittals were juried by a contingent from the St. Louis chapter of ASLA. The INASLA Professional Design Awards program includes 3 levels of recognition: merit, honor, and award of excellence, recognizing projects in both the constructed projects, unbuilt works, planning and analysis, communications, and environmental stewardship categories. The first level, merit, recognizes professional accomplishment. These projects illustrate well-executed solutions to problems of varied size and scope. The next level of recognition is that of honor. Honor awards recognize projects that demonstrate unique, high-quality solutions to challenging programs and provide valuable information in landscape architecture. The highest honor in the Professional Design Awards is the Award of Excellence. This award is only given by the jury if they felt that one project stood out among the rest, was exceptional in the execution of the concept and project delivery, and has made a significant contribution in the field of landscape architecture. The Columbus Signature Academy Lincoln Campus was designed by the world-renowned architect Gunnar Burkertz in 1967 and is part of the iconic collection of buildings in Columbus, Indiana. While plans for a playground had been included in the original design, it was never constructed. In 2015, the CSA Lincoln PTO created a survey for students and parents that identified updating the playground as a top priority improvement. A team of parents, school administrators, and BCSC staff created the Linden Project to champion the effort. Hitchcock Design Group was hired by the team and tasked with creating a space that would consider the historical and architectural significance of the school while meeting the modern needs of the students and the surrounding community. As HDG developed the concept, it was determined that, in order to meet project goals, the play structure should be replaced. Faced with a budget doubling, the Linden Project team turned to the community for help. A grassroots effort with donations from businesses and individuals across the community allowed for the design to be completely built. The architect's original concept for the site became the inspiration for the new design. The space is composed of a series of circular outdoor rooms with room for providing a different opportunity for play. Active, passive, and learning play opportunities are all represented. Plant beds surround passive areas, while large turf mounds with embankment play elements border the active play. Now, 50 years after the construction of the building, the play space has been elevated to the high standards set by the architecture. This project is an example of how landscape architects can re-envision iconic structures and public spaces so that they continue to serve communities decades after they were originally designed. Congratulations to Hitchcock Design Group and the City of Columbus, Indiana on their Merit Award in the category of Constructed Works for the CSA Lincoln Linden Project. The Jacobsville neighborhood of Evansville, Indiana has transformed its Main Street corridor by investing in its active public realm. It serves as an example of how city leaders, community members, and designers can use a multi-purpose approach to make a significant impact on a neighborhood to catalyze economic and social investment. Several years after the Jacobsville neighborhood was broadly listed as part of an EPA Superfund site in 2004, passionate stakeholders developed a quality of life plan that featured 8 big ideas, including a modernized Main Street. The goal was to create a model complete street which would connect residents, businesses, institutions, and services throughout the underserved neighborhood. This would spur reinvestment along the North Main Street commercial corridor. The $16 million project reconstructed the entire 60-foot right-of-way along 1 linear mile of North Main Street, as well as 1/2 mile of multi-use path along the north side of Virginia Street. Features of this model include reduced vehicle lane width, permeable paver parking lanes and stormwater retention infrastructure, pedestrian-friendly curb extensions at intersections, fully accessible sidewalks and crosswalks, a two-way buffered cycle track, solar-powered bus shelters, modernized traffic signals with leading pedestrian intervals, and improved signage and landscaping. The project provides a safe new transportation option for residents of all ages and ability levels, linking the historic core of the Jacobsville neighborhood with downtown Evansville, Garvin Park, Boss Field, and Deaconess Midtown Hospital. 2 years after completion, the reinvented North Main streetscape is already bringing new vitality to this area, which had not undergone significant upgrades in more than 50 years. Conservative estimates predict that the project will result in $11 million in new commercial investments and economic activity in the next 7 years. Congratulations to Rundell Ernstberger Associates and the City of Evansville Redevelopment Commission and the Department of Metropolitan Development on their Merit Award in the category of constructed works for the Jacobsville Complete Streets North Main Street Revitalization. The University of Notre Dame has pursued sustainable design solutions as part of its mission for new and existing buildings on campus. Following the success of several smaller green roof projects, the university turned its attention to the 2-acre flat expanse of the Joyce Center. The university engaged a multidisciplinary team to assist with the design and realization of the largest green roof installation in the state and the largest green roof at any university. Anderson and Bolander worked alongside the architects at Design Collaborative to develop a unique, lightweight, green roof assembly to retrofit the 1960s building. The design, an abstraction of the traditional campus quad composed of intersecting paths that radiate from the area domes, takes contextual cues from both the architecture and the campus. The design incorporates a custom plant palette that was selected to thrive in the harsh rooftop environment while providing a dynamic show of color that evolves over the course of each season. The design also employs methods to mitigate the damage caused by seasonal snow and ice that accumulates and slides down the face of each dome. The Joyce Center green roof is designed for multiple audiences, including game day aerial video coverage and new classroom views from the adjacent stadium addition. The rooftop was proposed as a visible commitment to sustainability and as a living machine to provide facility services and ecological benefits. The green roof serves to enhance campus aesthetics, sequester carbon, filter pollution, improve air and water quality, absorb and slow stormwater, insulate and cool the building, reduce the urban heat island, prolong the life of the membrane, and increase habitat space and support pollinators, among other functions. Congratulations to Anderson and Bolander LLC and the University of Notre Dame on their Merit Award in the category of constructed works for the University of Notre Dame Joyce Center green roof. The rejuvenation of Edison Park was one of 4 park renovations included in Mayor McDermott's plan to make Hammond a recreation destination. The city tasked the design team with updating the park with a variety of recreational components that would meet the needs and wants of the varied age groups within the surrounding neighborhoods. A new playground, agility course, and adventure zone was created for younger children. The custom play surfacing design illustrates historic themes of Thomas Edison's inventions into a vibrant, contemporary graphic. 2 artificial turf sports courts were constructed centrally within the park, complete with goals and dasherboard surrounds. The low walls keep pickup games contained while adding elements of speed and bounce to this short court style of play. A unique combination of custom ramps and rails were tucked into a small skating zone. Although originally intended for rollerbladers and skateboarders, the quote, skate spot has also become a popular destination for bikes and scooters. Adults are drawn to the porch swings and fixed bags or cornhole sets. The picnic area is covered by a dramatic shade structure, creating a defined vertical feature visible from all points into the park. A formerly sunken zone used for ice skating was filled, graded, and sodded for use as a great lawn. Now rejuvenated, Edison Park has become central to the community's quality of life and sense of place. The Hammond Police Department holds pop-up picnics in the park. Police officers can be seen grilling hot dogs beneath the pavilion and playing soccer in the mini courts with local children. The park has provided a gathering space to host events like this where people from a variety of backgrounds can forge relationships. Congratulations to HWC Engineering and the City of Hammond on their Merit Award in the category of Constructed Works for Edison Park. City of Indianapolis commissioned Rundell Ernstberger Associates to reimagine the City-County Building Plaza, previously a 54-year-old, 2-acre, severely deteriorated open space, into a premier civic destination. The transformative design of Lugar Plaza is informed by the physical site constraints, the public interface along its edges, and its intended programming and operation. REA organized the new plaza as a series of purposeful and engaging rooms arranged around a central greensward, rooms that offer a prospect on the surrounding street theater, previously unavailable views of the city, and opportunities for interaction unlike any other public space in the city. The space features both communal and intimate spaces, multiple seating opportunities in the sun and shade, and distinctive detailing, and amenities arranged across an open and accessible plaza. 2 linear tree bosques with movable tables and chairs offered shaded seating and an elevated view. The central lawn offers flexible space for both formal and informal events. Additional amenities include an interactive spray fountain, public restrooms, a speaker's platform, interpretive murals that recall the site's storied history, public Wi-Fi and distributed sound system, and accommodations for tents, markets, food service, and pop-up programs. A design vocabulary of bright and contemporary materials was utilized to create a modern aesthetic that defines Lugar Plaza as Indianapolis's new urban living room. It also offers a visual connection to the architecture of the adjacent Transit Center, Indianapolis Cultural Trail, Cummins Distribution Headquarters, and the modernist City-County building. Where the public once saw an unfriendly, uninspiring, and deserted place, they now see a place where they want to be, a place where they can experience a culturally rich setting that reflects the contemporary urban lifestyle of Indianapolis in a dynamic space for art and landscape, and distinctive amenities and programming that are essential to urban life. Congratulations to Rundell Ernstberger Associates and the Indianapolis Marion County Building Authority and the Indianapolis Department of Metropolitan Development on their Honor Award in the category of Constructed Works for Richard G. Lugar Plaza. Roche Diagnostics of Indianapolis is a global healthcare company based in Switzerland. An investment of $300 million transformed their 60s-era, 159-acre campus into one melding modern architecture, environmental sustainability, and innovative interior and exterior workspaces completed in 2016. The Indianapolis landscape architecture firm Landstory Incorporated served as the landscape architect of record. Other team members included Canon Design, Landstory, OJB, and Kripe Engineers. The design goal for the landscape architecture focused on sustainability, integrated to protect, restore, and enhance local ecosystems. Management of water and stormwater involved the use of bioswales, rain gardens, and subsurface storage tanks. The project consisted of 5 new buildings and removal of a 300-car parking lot. The design program included a central green and platform stage for special events, outdoor dining, and curvilinear walkways for direct connections between the buildings. The landscape design incorporated masses of native plantings, shrubbery, perennials, and a no-mow lawn. Canopy trees provide shade, seasonal interest, and space definition. The design of 2 large courtyard spaces in the Health Solutions building combine hardscape and softscape areas. A curved path serves as the main pedestrian route to the entrance. Furnished alcoves provide outdoor workspaces with trees and shrubbery. Wood decking lends warmth to the space, and rain gardens accommodate surface drainage. Sloped landscape beds surround an outdoor dining space incorporating native plants and honed limestone block seating. Concrete, cast stone, and unit pavers are the dominant hardscape materials, along with movable seating, tables with cast stone tops, and LED pedestrian pole and bollard lighting. Existing subsurface wells feed the existing retention ponds as non-potable water sources for on-site landscape irrigation. A significant reduction in the use of pesticides, fertilizers, insecticides, and the need for mowing, pruning, and mulching resulted from the extent of native plant materials used. Congratulations to Landstory and Roche Industries on their honor award in the category of constructed works. Wabash Valley Art Spaces developed the Turn to the River project as an initiative to reconnect the city's downtown with the Wabash River. Taylor Seeker Williams Design Group collaborated with Art Spaces in coordination with the City of Terre Haute and Vigo County to create a dynamic new civic space in the heart of the community and promote the missing link, a physical connection to the Wabash River. Design cues were taken from the river, using the water droplet as inspiration for creating forms that shaped the various programmed use spaces. The, quote, ripple from the water droplet was interpreted to influence much of the site circulation and began to form a series of rooms. These rooms provide a series of different spaces that can be programmed in a variety of ways. Highlights of the rooms include: the Source Room provides a fitting welcome to the governmental campus and features a sweeping walk that guides residents and visitors from the adjacent downtown and Indiana State University campus into the project site. The Celebrate Room is the formal space between the Terre Haute City Hall and Vigo County Courthouse that features a signature water feature and art installation. The Gather Room is intended to be a flexible space allowing events, festivals, food trucks, and a weekly farmers market, while still accommodating the daily parking needs for employees and visitors. Rising out of the earth surrounded by mounds, the Nest Room provides a terminus to the promenade and creates a space to reflect on the idea of coexistence between the natural river corridor and the built environment. The Nest Room features an opening in the tree canopy with a cantilevered walkway, giving way to the views of the river to the west and downtown Terre Haute to the east. The Turn to the River project is a dynamic vision for the Terre Haute community. Ultimately, this type of public investment elevates the quality of life within the community and could leverage additional investment and improvement initiatives along the Wabash River. Congratulations to Taylor Seeker Williams Design Group and Art Spaces Incorporated on their Merit Award in the category of Design Unbuilt Works for their work on the Turn to the River concept plan. Pseudo-public spaces, like the Indianapolis Art Center's campus, need to be welcoming to all while providing individual and special experiences, support the organization's mission, and create opportunities for revenue generation so that they can continue to provide these artful experiences to all. Located along the White River and adjacent to the Monon Trail, the Indianapolis Art Center is a donation-based organization providing gallery and class spaces, supporting artists, and providing exposure to visual arts for the community. The campus features a planned outdoor space, the Arts Park, a unique confluence of art, beauty, and nature bordering the White River and the Monon Trail. While its location was desirable, the Art Center faced challenges in brand awareness, a visual disconnect from the Monon Trail, and ongoing necessary improvements and maintenance challenges to the existing Arts Park. Moreover, the Art Center had, in some ways, turned its back on the river and was not fully embracing this natural asset to their benefit. As part of the Partners for the White River, funded by the Nina Mason Pulliam Trust, the Art Center focused on reimagining 4 existing components of the Arts Park through a charrette designed to elevate their unique river and trailfront property. Utilizing their extensive history in natural resource planning and design, V3 companies delivered a planning process and master plan that enhances the user experience, heightens brand awareness, and creates greater connections for people to each other, the arts, and nature. Congratulations to V3 companies and the Indianapolis Arts Center on their Merit Award in the category of Planning and Analysis for their work on the Facing the River Charette and Arts Park Master Plan. The video, Claire Bennett, an Indiana trailblazer in landscape architecture, educates the public about landscape architecture in Indianapolis through story and celebration of landscape architect Claire Bennett, FASLA. The video is not only a commemoration of Claire's professional accomplishments in landscape architecture, but it tells the uplifting story of overcoming personal tragedy and the balancing act Claire performed between the needs of family and professional life. It showcases outstanding works of landscape architecture, some of which have become beloved local landmarks, and explain the role of Claire and her design philosophy that contributed to the landscapes of Indianapolis and the profession. We are thankful there is a professional library at Ball State University that archives design firm documents. Since Claire retired years ago, the Ball State Archive was our go-to resource for photos, drawings, and the record of Claire's work. Without that resource, our stewardship effort would have been exponentially more difficult. This experience has led to an interest in developing additional videos that celebrate the lives and careers of distinguished landscape architects that have shaped the Indiana environment, whether through designed landscapes or through their advocacy and public service. In addition to educating the public about the profession and its impact, it documents the role of landscape architecture as a contributor to the state's heritage and design legacy for future generations. Congratulations to Meg Starrow and David Gordon on their Honor Award in the category of Communications for their work on the video Claire Bennett, an Indiana trailblazer in landscape architecture. In 2016, the City of Doral commissioned a landscape architect to develop a fiscally sustainable citywide park system master plan and implementation strategy to help meet residents' needs, both existing and future, for recreation and green space. The anticipated cost of the residents' bold vision for the future of parks in Doral far exceeded the capacity of any traditional funding mechanisms identified, and subsequently decided to pursue the city's first ever $150 million parks-specific bond referendum. Although polling suggested public support for a referendum of this scale, it was by an uncomfortable margin, necessitating the need for a detailed and comprehensive public outreach campaign in the months leading up to the election that could clearly articulate the wide-ranging value of the proposed bond projects to both parks advocates and non-park users alike. To do this, the city engaged a landscape architect to develop both visual and narrative outreach collateral, illustrating the scale, location, and multiple benefits/values of each of the bond projects in readily available and easily digestible formats that included a custom project webpage, executive summary booklets, illustrative eye-level renderings, videos of key amenities, a trifold brochure, and multiple infographics. Ultimately, the combination of detailed planning and design, regular and comprehensive community outreach, and a sincere effort at maintaining transparency resulted in the residents of Doral voting in support of the bond in November 2018. In addition to meeting recreation-based needs, the bond projects also seek to address community-wide challenges such as traffic, multimodal connectivity, safety, community health, sustainability, social equity, and resiliency, which will have a tangible effect on the daily lives of Doral's residents and visitors for generations to come. Congratulations to Browning Day Mullins Deerdorf and the City of Doral, Florida, on their Honor Award in the category of Communications for their work on the 2018 Doral Parks Bond. Congratulations once again to all those who were selected as 2019 winners. INASLA continues to support high-quality design that influences and shapes the communities in which we live, work, and play.